Sports Video Group's Jason Dackman. We are at the MLB All-Star Game in Cleveland, and I'm with ESPN Senior Coordinating Producer for MLB Phil Orlins. Phil, thanks so much for joining us. Always appreciate it, man.
Always a pleasure, Jason. Thank you, man.
So this year, we're excited about the main telecast, but we're also excited for the Statcast edition, the second year that you guys have brought it for the Home Run Derby, a little bit more analytical. Tell us what we can expect from that secondary telecast.
Right, Jason. We actually debuted our first alternative Statcast telecast of the Home Run Derby a year ago on ESPN News last year, and then we moved one to ESPN2 for the National League Wild Card game. This year we're able to be on ESPN2 throughout the night, as well as ESPN with the Statcast version for ESPN2. It was really, for us, a noteworthy success, both Home Run Derby and the Wild Card game last year. Tremendous leadership talent team with Jason Benetti, an unbelievably Statcast-oriented and terrific play-by-play announcer. Eduardo Perez, I don't want to minimize his role as sort of the conventional analyst in there, and Mike Petriello, who's just a tremendous contributor with great knowledge and background and a great following in the Statcast analytics world. Again, we'll be on for the first time. They'll have their own baseball tonight from 7 to 8 o'clock. They'll have their own Derby coverage beginning at 8 o'clock as well. It's very sound, solid coverage of the Derby with like an alternative voice and somewhat different graphic layer to it. I love that it's fact-based and sort of without cliche in how they look and analyze the event. It's a very unique way to look at it, and it's really, they sort of take a little of the opinion out and replace it with what the numbers actually say, and I think it's a really interesting way to look at baseball, and we're excited to have it again.
So in addition to that, you guys are bringing out a bunch of toys again. All-Star Game always has plenty of toys for the Derby with ESPN. What are a couple of those things that we can expect in terms of cameras and cool systems?
Right, we've always loved this event. I mean, we love bringing what we can to baseball, but obviously there's typically a perimeter around baseball that makes it hard to do all the things you'd like to do. This offers us a great opportunity to sort of break through that perimeter and have great close proximity to the players and the action. From an audio standpoint, there's the microphones buried in the dirt. Expect all 8 players to be wearing microphones, so the audio is unique, close, and special. From a visual standpoint, we've got our standard array of super slow-mos close to the hitter and the Phantom ultra slow-mo off to the side. We've also, for the second year in a row, incorporating the 4D replay system, which allows us the 180-degree spins, freezes, 4K cameras, so zoom in, zoom out, etc. with the 4D replay system. It's been a big hit. We're working with them on College World Series, Home Run Derby, Little League World Series, and some special Major League events, including this and a few games. So excited about that. We've also got a FlyCam for dramatic sweeping shots within the ballpark. And
3D stuff. I mean, obviously, virtual is a huge part of this game now.
We've got some neat virtual spray home run charts to show the data and all the tracks of the home runs and all that, which we're excited about. We think works really well for this event also. So it's a pretty full boat. Some of the stuff is more subtle, not necessarily technology breakthroughs, but I think we're in our third year now of covering the entire event in a side-by-side split screen, which allows us to never miss a pitch and a swing, and also be much more aggressive with the different things we show outside of that. And the graphic layer is really important for this event with the pace of it. So, the totals, the distances, the exit velocities, and the pace graphics as well that tell you exactly where the hitter is pacing to and how that compares to the competition he has to beat is really cool too. So we've got a lot going on. It's fun, fast, exciting.
That format really played a huge role in growing the Derby. You've been doing this a long time. You know what the Derby was like in the old days. You know what it's like now. How has ESPN played a role in really growing this event and with things like the split screen and that type of thing?
Well, it's a rare and kind of proud event to be a part of because, unlike, say, a World Series or things like that, like this event was never televised live or really at all until we picked it up first on tape in 1993, which was the year that Ken Griffey Jr. hit the warehouse. We did it on tape for 5 years, I think, and the growth was tremendous. And we went live in 1998 for the first time in Colorado, and that was a huge breakthrough of growth. Then Mark McGwire had the incredible year at Fenway in 1999, and that took it to kind of another level. So to be to be part of something that's gone from sort of a curiosity, oddity, to something that's now become a real tentpole of the MLB season. And it just blows me away now to see guys practicing, how much they want to be a part of it, $1 million prize money for the first time, guys bringing their Derby pitchers not just to the Derby, but bringing them to like on road trips to like work on it. Like this has become a real legit competitive deal, and to be part of that from year to year and see it grow over what's now, I guess, 26 years of coverage. Wow. I might be off by a year. I know I was part of producing it for 11 years, and now back for probably 6 now, managing it. So it's a really special event for us to handle in that way and have been a part of for that long.
Cool, Phil. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Always really appreciate you taking the time.
My pleasure, Jason. Always good to talk to you. Thanks, man.
Stay tuned for more news on ESPN and all the broadcasters' efforts at the MLB All-Star Game from Cleveland at sportsvideo.org.